Hello, my name is Brady Bauer, and today I'll be walking you through the assembly process of this Morse code keyer designed by NightFire Electronics. So starting off, we're going to get our cables and route them through. So if you go to the base, there's a little cavity where the arm goes, and you'll see a little hole that you can pass those cables through. And then there's a little strap on one of the arms that they'll pass through. That way it keeps everything nice and tight. So once you go ahead and do that, then you should have your two and you can kind of separate them out. Then we're going to focus on one. You're going to start by bending the eye loop at roughly 90 degrees, and that'll fit over that little pin that you see inside of that cavity. And that pin has a little hole, so you're just going to put a screw through the eye loop and then screw the eye loop down on top of that hole, just like that. So then you should have a pretty nice tight fit. Just be careful, don't strip the plastic out. Then we're going to move on to our arm and putting the other eye loop onto the arm. So for that, you're going to use the smaller screw, and you're actually going to put a slight bend in this guy too, facing outward, and that will screw down on that. Now the arm, the underside of the arm has a flat spot, and that flat spot will allow you to align that eye loop nice and flat. So just like that. A little bit of tightening. Again, don't over tighten. And then now we're going to kind of take the slack out of the cables a bit and just feed the wires into that cavity. Should look like that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to get your screwdriver and then just sort of make sure that those cables or wires stay out of the way and poke them down into that cavity just like that. And then once you've done that, it's time to insert the axial dowel thing, which is the little aluminum pin. So you're just going to put that through the arm and then insert the spring, and you'll see there's two little pegs, one on the base, one on the arm, that spring slides into. Then you're going to put your pin locks on either side, and you'll notice there's a groove on the underside of each pin lock, and that corresponds to where the axle should be. So then you're going to start putting the pin lock screws in, and just put in two for now and don't tighten them all the way. Leave them a little loose. I'll show you why in a bit. And then same thing for the back. Just keep it a little loose, but just tighten them down so you have everything together. So then you should have that. And then what you're going to do is pinch on both sides and pinch it inwards towards the arm while you tighten all of them down. And this will just allow you to get the correct tolerance between the pin locks and the arm itself. So that way you don't have any slop in the arm. Then you're going to insert the adjustment screw. And so that's just going to go into that back hole of the arm, just like so. And that'll screw right into the plastic. We spent a lot of time in CAD making that hole perfect. So it should just screw right in there like that. And you'll have full range of adjustment depths for your keyer. And just like that, you are done, and you now have a fully assembled keyer. And it should look like this. If it looks any different, you probably did not assemble it correctly. And you should probably review the previous steps. So there you go. Thank you for listening. And now we'll show you how to integrate it into our CPO kit. So now, beginning with our fully assembled CPO module, we're going to start integrating the keyer in by first inserting the leads from the keyer into the screw terminal labeled input on the CPO. Now to apply power, we're going to get our bench power supply at 9 volts and connect that to the input. You can also use a 9-volt battery for this. Lastly, we're going to calibrate the keyer by turning the calibration screw either clockwise to lower the arm or counterclockwise to raise the arm. And just like that, you now have a functional Morse code keyer. Now we hope you enjoy this keyer as much as we do, and for more, please visit vakits.com. Thank you, and happy making.